I'm talking to Aid Morris, director of the Crowborough Players production of Terry Pratchett's Weird Sisters. Hi Aid.
Hi.
I believe this production was your idea?
It was, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Why did you want to bring Pratchett to Crowborough?
Well, ever since I joined the Crowborough Players way back in, 2004 or something like that, I've been keen to bring Terry Pratchett to Crowborough. Massive Discworld fan, a really big fan, and I just thought it would be great fun to bring one of his fantasy comedy plays to Crowborough. And I think what's happening in rehearsal shows that everyone's having a great time doing it.
So, if people aren't familiar with Terry Pratchett, can you explain to them, what Discworld is about?
Sure. Yeah. Well, if people are familiar with fantasy, science fiction type novels, they'll understand the genre that we're talking about. But Terry Pratchett is always more comedic than your standard fantasy novel. So it's fantasy meets comedy. And although the world is a disc world on the back of 4 elephants on the back of a giant turtle swimming through space, you'll see far more familiar circumstances than you would expect, because it's really our world transposed into a fantasy world. So a lot of the issues that Terry Pratchett's novels deal with are real life. Sometimes political issues, sometimes social issues. But the one that we're putting on this time, Weird Sisters, it's a really classic Pratchett novel, and I think people, whether they're familiar with his work or completely new to it, will get something out of it.
Oh, it sounds really interesting, yeah. And just wondered how rehearsals have been going.
Really well, yeah. So we're at that stage where we are fully blocked, which means that the actors know where to stand. Most of the actors are more or less off script, so they've learnt their lines.
Very impressive.
Yeah, indeed. And that's, for a director, that's where the scenes really come to life, because you're not encumbered by a script anymore. You can move about more freely. You can start to get those characters really nailed down. So yeah, we're having great fun.
And I believe audience will be seeing some new faces this time.
Yes, some brand new people joining the Crowborough Players, which is always great. Sort of the lifeblood of any amateur dramatics group is sort of new faces and new energy. And I think because we're doing Pratchett, that's encouraged a few people who are big fans like myself to come along. And yes, the audience will see new people, but they'll also see our familiar faces from the pantomime and our spring plays as well.
All the old favourites.
Yes.
So, this is difficult for you to say at this early stage, I guess, but how do you think the production, what will the production be like? What can the audience expect to see when they come along?
Okay, well, what I'm hoping is that they will be transported to this sort of magical world. So everything that we're doing is from the moment they walk in through the door to when they sit down, and when they buy a programme, or people will be interacting with them. There'll be lots of sort of characters out there, and what we're hoping is that the staging will be quite imaginative. It'll be quite daring for the Crowborough Players. So and also that we're trying to create this atmosphere that's never broken. So from the moment they step into the door and to the moment they leave, you'll be in the Discworld.
Wow, that sounds great. That sounds like something new that we haven't tried before.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And I just wondered, are you expecting big audiences for this?
I'm hopeful of big audiences, as we always are. We don't ever do this to turn a profit, because that's not what amateur dramatics is about. But we are we've got 180 capacity, which is bigger than normal for the spring play, and close to our capacity for the pantomime, which is just slightly larger at 220. So if we could get 3 audiences of 180, I'd be really delighted.
Well, no reason why. I think we've publicised quite far and wide.
And early ticket sales. Early ticket sales have been encouraging. So I think probably about maybe a tenth of our tickets have already gone, which with a couple of months left to go is really encouraging.
So the message would be get your tickets now
yes,
while
indeed.
you still can.
Yes.
And finally, I just think, why do you think audience should come along to this?
Well, I think it's going to be an amazing night out, and I think for a price of £8 or £9.50, there's not many things you can do for that amount. And just as I said before, if you're a Pratchett fan, I'm sure there'll be something there that you'll really latch onto, and you'll have a great time. If you're new to Pratchett, then come along, give him a go, and I'm sure you'll have an amazing time as well.
Excellent, thanks very much.
Thank you.
Looking forward to it.
Brilliant.
Thank you.